Me, I be hustle, I be street boy, I dey hustle. Why they won't come increase data and the rest again? Where work no dey for youth to work. So that no make sense. Make government look into am, because if they want increase those things, make dem create job for boys, make boys dey work.
Like many Nigerians, Ovie Agbo in his late 20s frowned at new taxes proposed in the second term of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Lawmakers during the week were seeking a legislative action to impose a 9% tax on communication services. Accordingly, the lawmakers seek a 9% communication service tax on electronic communication services like voice calls, SMS, MMS, data usage, both from telecommunication services providers and internet service, as well as pay-per-view TV stations. The introduction of the tax was to replace the 2.2% increase in the value-added tax being planned by the federal government. Senator Linduma, who introduced the bill for an act to establish the communication service tax, said this was a better way of distributing wealth in such a way that would not affect the ordinary Nigerian. The Federal Executive Council in September approved an increase in VAT from 5% to 7.5%. However, if approved by the federal lawmakers, the new VAT rate will take effect in 2020. In Nigeria, VAT replaced the sales tax in 1994 and was pegged at 5% by the military government of Sani Abacha. But Nigerians have rejected the proposed VAT. They argue that imposing new taxes means more hardship.
There's no how anybody can feel good about it, because practically, if you check, there's nothing an ordinary citizens enjoy from the government. Now, if you try to increase VAT on communications, then you're making life more difficult for the ordinary citizens. All right, because if you go to other countries, and I'll use Dubai as a case study, you have even free Wi-Fi everywhere, all right, which the government is responsible for. But here in Nigeria, everything you have to pay. Everybody owns his own local government. Any compound you enter, each compound has its borehole. Each compound has to create security for him or himself. Each compound has every facilities. Generator everywhere, no lights. So now if the government now decides that the best thing they can do for the citizen is to increase VAT, I think it's to their own advantage, not to the advantage of the ordinary citizens.
It's extortion. Yeah, it's extortion, because all these communication agencies, they have their own ways of making money, and yet you want to be taking little money out of people that hardly find things to hit.
But what does this mean? Following the harsh reality of the global decline of crude oil prices, it has become obvious that Nigeria can no longer rely on oil revenue to sustain the economy. Hence, the government is all out to explore sources to improve revenue. Now, this implies that for the communication service tax, every 100 naira airtime you buy, you only have access to 91 naira. The higher you buy, the more tax you pay. This will apply to products differently.
Idea is not welcome, because before I used 4 naira to send text message, but now they are deducting 8 naira on my Airtel line, so it's very bad.
That's if they do that, they become an irresponsible government, because many people are crying because of the hardship that is in the country, and it's not supposed to be like that. That they should increase VAT on some of these commodities that we are using. They should consider the plight of the masses in whatever thing they are doing. So Nigeria may not accept that.
If approved, the tax is payable whether or not the person making the supply is permitted or authorized to provide electronic communications services. Rootstv Nigeria.